I'm Griff.
And y'all know this is his and her perspectives on dating, relationships, love, and life. First and foremost, want to thank everybody for following us, watching us, our network, Rip Radio Network. Shout out to them. Y'all make sure you guys go onto the site, Rip Radio Network, and check out our past shows, other shows on our network. Buy a t-shirt.
Please do.
Because we got them on there. What else? How was your week?
Week was a blessed one, man. You know, even though the weather was acting funny, you feel me? I'm glad that the people in my life weren't. You feel me? Yeah, that's about it. I'm glad to be back, man. We've been out for a couple of weeks, man.
Been out for a couple of weeks. Some things happen, you know. Trying to get my mind right. I start filming tomorrow.
What's the name of the thing you filming?
It's called Single in the City. Yeah. So dope production, dope people. So I'm pretty excited. So once we finish, I'll let you guys know, and you'll be able to check it out on Netflix and Amazon.
Straight like that. I can dig it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did anything exciting happen to me this week? No. I can't think of anything.
Just not what you tell. That's all. Look, she about to wrap herself up. She's about to be like, you know what I did? Now, you know.
No, seriously.
So go ahead and bail this bail boss lady out. What's the question of the week? Just bail her out, but she starts snitching on herself.
The question of the week, guys, you know that we post the question of the week on our Facebook, and you guys respond. So the question of the week was, if a man has mostly to all female friends, what does that mean? Part 2, can a man have too many female friends? So one guy response was, it means he has a lot of female friends. Now, me personally, I'm not that kind of guy. Some of those type of guys be sweet and feminine. Some of those be hitting their one female friends too. Okay.
What do you think he's saying though? That's what I like to do. I like to go on social media and hear comments and try to figure out what the fuck they were talking about.
Like what their underlining message is. I don't know. I feel like he's saying that it means that it's just a female friend, but you do have some guys that have a lot of female friends who are gay, which is fine, you know. Or some of them be saying that they female friends, but they actually
be grilling them, Joe.
Exactly, be all in their guts.
Nice sear, put a nice sear on that. Yeah, nice sear on the backside.
Yams.
Yes, sir.
You know, somebody else, another guy, he said it means he is a smart man.
Why you laugh at him like that?
Because I think that's funny.
What's funny about it? Let's talk about what's funny about it.
Why does that mean he's a smart man?
Does he tell why he's a smart man?
Okay, he just says that.
Then I will infer. You feel me? I don't like to do this, but I will infer on his statement. Dude, it's very case in point. Let me bring it right home to you so you can't refute. I come to you with certain instances.
True, you do.
I come to you with certain instances that I need a female perspective on, because all my niggas are saying whatever they saying, you feel me? I got a thought in my head, and sometimes it's good that I can cross-reference with you. So sometimes I don't even come to you with my problems. I'll be like, yo, this is what the fuck I'm about to do. Do you think it's impending bam out if I do it? And he's a smart man, because he realizes that you can't just be in that echo chamber with a bunch of niggas who just gonna keep saying what it is that we all think anyway, you feel me? So having a group of female friends is kind of like you're crossing over the aisle, you feel me? A little bipartisanship, you feel me? And just trying to figure out what, your school of thought is.
And I think that's fine, but it comes to a point where if your female friends outnumber your male friends, I mean, that may be a little skeptical to some people. And I feel like sometimes some guys can have too many female friends.
Well, how many? Okay, now look, I feel like they can have too many of one type of female friend, but I don't think a man can have too many female friends. I don't think you could place a number. So just to go off to what my man said, it's smart. He's smart because you now have multiple perspectives from a side that you generally wouldn't get, you feel me, if you have a lot of male friends, you feel me? You get a female's concept. Now, I will say this, too, before we start trashing these quote-unquote, how my man says, sweet niggas that be around all their homegirl friends.
Sweet.
Dog, I got friends who are come from single parent households,
right.
and their mothers. And then what's more is their mothers has sisters.
And
so this is aunts and grandmother.
Right.
Now you have your baby cousins. You got your scissors. I'm not your scissors.
Sisters.
Sisters. You feel me?
Right.
It's it's a comfort zone for them.
Right.
It's like, dude, why? I mean, I can see why I do like that. Cause me, when you around niggas, sometimes you niggas, you know what I'm saying? You, oh, fuck you, dog. You a bitch, blah, blah, blah. Like, son, you ugly as shit. Look a little ugly coming in here. You know what I'm saying? But for a man who hangs around females, he might take that more literal.
Okay.
Or take that, you know, to hurt his feelings. It's okay around females to say your feelings hurt. But around dudes, it's kind of like, dog, it's like, man, watch TV, bro.
Like,
Go with that
I feel
shit.
like you should have, yes, you should have, you know, I don't think it's anything wrong with a male having female friends.
Okay.
Granted, if he has a whole bunch of female friends.
What's a whole bunch?
Like 10 plus.
10 plus?
Everybody ain't your friend, okay? And only because, like, it could just be because of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call everybody my friend. I may have a bunch of associates.
That's even better. Let's talk about that. That's a better question.
Guys versus, you know, guys that are my friend. I only have like a core group of guys that I can say are my genuine friends.
Well, how much is the core? How many neutrons in the core?
Maybe 5.
5 in the core.
4
okay.
to 5.
How many? Okay.
Like 4 to 5.
So as you're
I'm thinking right now.
So your boyfriend would filter it like this, just like a woman would filter it, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So you went from associates, okay? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like, bitch, like I know niggas, they gotta drop their associate joints, their associate biddies. Mm-hmm. Like I can't just be like,
and I would
I'm about to kick
drop
it.
my associate dudes.
Oh,
like,
okay, so now we filter.
Like,
filter, let that sit. Let's cipher through there. Bet. Now we have friends, quote unquote friends.
No, real friends.
Okay, but
quote unquote friends, because you know.
Okay, so you're doing core. Is your quote unquote friends core? Is that core?
No.
See, all right. Let's go ahead and shake.
I don't have quote unquote.
So how many of those are you allowed to have? Your quote unquote friends? How many?
No, but see, the quote unquote friends are either people you done banged or something, done something, and have been friend zoned. They may like you.
So how many of those? How many of those? 10 to 20? 10 to 20?
I don't have any.
Okay, so you siphon that, right? You siphon that through, right? Now you got your core.
Yeah, I got my core
you got your core 5 guys, right? Okay.
5.
Now let's go ahead and break it down a little bit more. Let's explicate these guys, all right?
Okay.
How many of them niggas have tried to shoot the jump shot? I'm not talking about a ghost smack. I'm just talking about something that you read and you was like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a nigga grabbed it. He wasn't shooting the money ball, but he was just.
But it just like didn't even
for the culture. For the culture, he just. So how many of those core guys have done that?
To be honest with you, none. I can't think of. Maybe one. No.
Came over your crib and he was like, I can't just lay in the bed with you.
Nope. My guy friends, no.
Okay.
Now, granted, one of my friends, when we met, it was funny because we met because his friend was trying to talk to me. And we kind of engaged more in conversation than me and his friend who was trying to talk to me. And we had a conversation. He was like, you know, he said, Maria, like, you're my friend. Like, I value our friendship. So I could have, like, went smack at you and just been like, all right, yeah, whatever.
He said this? He said this? Okay, then that's off. That's your core gone. That's one of your core guys gone. That's one of your core guys gone.
He said that he could have if he didn't, you know, like, care.
Nigga, if that's your friend, you would never. Why would you say that?
But he was like, because we were talking about this. Me and him were actually talking about friendships of the opposite sex and the
platonic,
type of friends, exactly, and how guys can have female friends and be unaware that these female friends are really trying to get at them.
Okay,
and women are, you know, different when they hide how they feel. You may have friend zoned her, but in her mind, she's waiting for their chance or whatever she be.
So who brought the conversation up about being friend zoned?
We both were like talking about it. I
believe that nigga has taken the L. I believe we need to cut him from the ledger.
I've asked him generally because you know how I am, like when I talk about the show and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yo, I posted this question. What is your take on it? So he told me, and he was like, I said, but I still don't understand, because he was trying to use that as an example to let me know. He said, like, just because a guy has a whole bunch of female friends, or if he say that this female is his friend, doesn't necessarily mean that he smashing her or tried to smash her.
That's fair.
Right. And he said, for him, he said, like, when we met, like, my man was trying to get at you. I wasn't looking at you like that. Like, granted, yes, you're attractive, but, like, we chopped it up for a little bit. He said, and in my mind, yeah, I could have been like, all right, I'm about to go smack at her, and yeah, he said, but I valued our friendship
Fair
more
enough.
than even trying to even take it.
That's fair.
I think that level.
And okay, so I'll refine the question.
Okay.
Just for the sake of
it's still in my core.
I guess he's that nigga's he's very in and out. He blurred lines with you. But I say this now. This is the question for next week, y'all.
Okay.
How many attractive friends is your your significant other allowed to have? Because I think that's the real. I think that's the real of the real. You feel me?
That is the real question. So it's funny because this guy that I actually just met, we were talking and he was telling me, because he has a girlfriend, and he was telling me because he seen my stuff on Facebook and he hit me up. He was like, "Yo,
is you in your DM?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real friend move, guy.
Wait. He was like, he was like, I told you he's not in my court. This person is not in my court. Mm-hmm. But anyway, he was just saying, I seen what you do. I think it's pretty dope. Like what you talk about. And so he was telling me that he has all female friends. He said, and his female friends are attractive, and he has a girlfriend. He said, and his girlfriend is attractive. He said, granted, some of his female friends are friends that are attracted to him. Some of them are attractive. Some of them are attracted to him. Some of them are people that he may have had something with, but took it to the friend zone. It just didn't work out.
Just didn't work out.
Or it's just girls that he's actually just friend zone because he just wasn't into them like that, but that they're really attractive. They're attractive.
So I'm saying is this. So if it was a different reality with this same situation where he spoke to you about his friends being highly attractive, and it's the majority of these broads who's bad as shit that he chills with his girlfriend. If you was his girl, what's his girlfriend name? You don't know it. So put yourself there.
I don't even want to say.
So put yourself there.
Let's
put yourself there.
Let's say Lisa.
Put yourself there. In Lisa's spot. Now Lisa is Maria. Maria's Lisa. Y'all one and the same. How would you bang with that groove? Like, would you be as cool as Lisa's playing it?
Okay, so this is my thing. Before I take it there with somebody, we should talk about these things. First of all, when I meet a guy or I'm interested in or I'm dating or that's like my guy, that means he knows all of my male friends. He's met all of my male friends. It's not something that it's in hiding. My male friends respect my relationship, so they know what's what, and vice versa. Like, I'm not gonna have my guy around some friend that I used to bang with.
But you're Lisa, and your boyfriend has these bad chicks around him. So what are you saying to him?
That's fine, but I would ask, so are you sure this is just your friend? Did you do anything with them?
And he said, I did y'all like, just like how you explained to me, he like, I did y'all like groove with one or two of them, and we was.
You don't need to be friends. Those are not your friends. You don't need to be friends with them.
So if you're, so now let me inception and let me shift the room. Don't shift it yet.
What would you do if it was vice versa?
No, Griff, I'm like this, man. Don't see the reason why somebody you were intimate with you got to be around all the time.
Yeah,
don't see the reason why, but I'm not your daddy. Now, what I will say is this. Those ones that I done siphoned through, because I was like, no, these biddies don't even need to be in the circumference. Now, granted, whether or not it was petty or not, that I stopped talking or stopped hanging out with them or whatever, it just didn't work for my relationship. Because I'm the type, I don't want my youngin' to be thinking that I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to look guilty for no fucking reason.
Any type of way.
But what I'm saying is, if the friendship was that strong, then I would be like, well, you just gonna have to get used to it. But what I'm saying is, would I be comfortable with it? I would be comfortable with it if she, because I can only go for what she say. If she say that these champions ain't really gonna smack at her. What else can I do? I can't keep accusing her of saying that the niggas is liking her, but I will say this, if I see some such shit.
No, and exactly. I may be like, no, you don't need to be friends with her, but that's
I can't tell somebody you can't be friends with. I'm like, dog.
Exactly. You can't tell somebody, oh, well, don't do this. You can say how you feel. Yes, I feel like, no, they shouldn't be your friend. But if you want to keep them around, I'm going to tell you how this makes me feel. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. If you say that it's not like that, then okay. Now, if I see some skeptical mess going on, then I'm gonna say something. First of all, your female friend don't need to be hitting you all hours of the night.
But she trying to turn up. She like, yo, what's up, my nigga? We out here. We trying to get lit. Like, what's good? Like, she can't say that. That's the homie.
I don't know. Look, I don't know because I just now if it's the homie where I've met this homie and I've been around y'all and I can sense the, energy and all that other stuff, then hey,
there's some OGs out there though. Hey, baby girl, holla. Baby girl hit you up, she be like, bitch, what you doing? Like, yeah, your man out here. We just out here brunching. Come through, exactly. Shit. And just gave my man the slogging dogs on BW Parkway on the way to the city.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Like, and the crazy thing is, you can't trust nobody, and that's why I say it's hard when people say, oh, I have friends of the opposite sex, especially guys, when they're an attractive guy, these women are attractive. They're single, especially if they're single, and even if they're not single, and they're like, oh, no, but you're so great. Like, everybody is not your friend. That's why I feel like your friends who are your friends of the opposite sex, you can't be attracted to them. Like, I'm not attracted.
See, now you're saying you can't have attractive.
No, listen. No. Not saying that they can't be attractive. Yeah. I'm just not attracted to them. Like, my guy friends,
so you saying you cannot be
handsome men, but I'm not attracted
to them. That's fair. That's very fair.
Not. Now, if my guy is attracted to these females that are his friends, then I'm going to be like, yeah, okay. But yeah,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like now, if they're not, then yeah, there's nothing, because I don't want it to be an issue where it's kind of like, oh, well, yeah, I'm out with so and so. It just looks funny. Don't nobody got time to go through all that. So to avoid any unnecessary like what ifs or thinking, and it's not an insecurity by far. It's not an insecurity, because you can be as secure as you want in it, but it's just the perception of what it looks like.
Perceptions are based on your esteem, and your esteem is based on your securities. Absolutely, your perception is always relative. If you see him out with a big champion, bitch, burly as fuck, look like she know all the snacks, very snack connoisseur. You feel me? And he's like, yeah, I'm about to go up with Velma. We just about to go grab a couple subs. You like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now, if it's Vicky, Vicky come through, and Vicky was just
be the same way with
you seen Vicky twerking. You seen Vicky twerking on the gram last night, and you was like, that is my man's homegirl. And then she say, we about to just step out and get some hoagies real quick. Are you gonna be apprehensive?
Be the same way that I was with Thelma with Vicky.
I'm calling a bait. I don't think you letting. I don't think you letting Vicky rock.
No, I'm serious. Like, I would definitely be the same way that I am with one, I am with all. But again, the thing is, if the guy that I'm with, if they're saying that these are their friends, then it shouldn't be no reason why I haven't been introduced to them, why I haven't been around them, why I'm not talked to about them. Now, that's something different. If it's where like, oh yeah, my friend so-and-so, but I ain't never met her and we kicking it and we doing whatever, then yeah, that's a problem. Now, if it's not where, they talk about it like, yeah, this is my friend, so-and-so, whatever, then okay, cool. I don't have no issue. All I can do is go by what it is that he tells me. Now, again, I can feel however I feel all day. But if in his mind he says that it's not that way and that's not going to happen, I have to respect that. Now, if something later on comes up with sideways, then yeah. That's just like the LaToya Luckett video, and
who's that? What is that?
It's one of her new videos. She has it's a scene where
what's the name of the song here?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, who remembers any of her songs?
It's the newest song that she has out, and it's a guy that she's with. He takes her to go and meet his friend, and it's a female. So they go to the bar and they're waiting for her. The girl comes and she's all touchy-feely on him.
OG.
Like, oh my God.
The OG.
Like rubbing on his chest and holding his hand and rubbing on his face and smack in front of her. Yeah. Like in front of like his girlfriend. Yeah. So his girlfriend is like, okay. Yeah. That's a little, you know what I'm saying? Because when she met him, she was like, hi, but she gave her like a little fake hug, but it was all like keying with old boys. So it was kind of just like, that's a little bit much. Like you touching on his chest and all this other stuff. That's wiping his mouth, all this stuff.
Wiping his mouth.
So then they get into the car.
He done beat that joint before.
See, you already said, and I ain't even saying that. So they get into the car and the girlfriend is like, hey. So
is she singing this? Is she singing it?
No, she's talking. It's a talking. You so stupid. You stupid. So the girl says, hey, what's up with you and your homegirl? I just felt a little uncomfortable with how she was.
That vibe was off.
And he told her, like, yo, respect my friendship.
Oh, capital ball on her
He
ass.
said, respect my friendship. That's just my friend. I told you, blah, blah, blah. But later on in the video, he's smashing the joint.
Oh, okay.
The joint over his house and all that other stuff. And I feel like the girlfriend had every right to feel how she felt. Because, yes, I mean, you meeting this girl for the first time and she all touchy-feely on your dude, touching his face. Now, I get it. Some guys are naive in the sense of to not think anything of it because they may have had that kind of playful relationship or whatever. Like, oh, my man, yeah, woo, woo, woo.
Man, all my homegirls know, dog. If they around my biddy, son, like they
right,
need to,
exactly.
yeah,
like,
they need to have some respect.
That is an unspoken like sign of respect that you know, and vice versa. Just like if you was, around like my nigga or some shit like that, you ain't gonna be all like, hey.
No, I ain't doing nothing.
Like,
getting a dap.
Right.
It's a dap, not because I'm scared of the nigga by no means. It's just a super respect, dog. Like. I know how I would feel if I seen somebody like put my girl's hair behind her ear and shit. I'm like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
Got drinks. Who want drinks? And he got two hands. You like, oh, all right, bro. Well, now come on, man. I know you like these martinis. I remember you used to fuck with the bar.
No. But see, that's how it be. Like, you have to be mindful of that. Even like with my guy friends and with their girls, I totally respect that because I don't want them to be thinking anything. And granted, I'm attractive, and I don't want them to think that because I'm attractive that something like went on. Stop it. I'm just saying, stop it. I'm just saying, I don't want them to think anything more than like, you know what I'm saying? Look, I really am the homie. It's not like that. I don't want them to question them or think like, oh, well, had y'all? Because why not? I've even had a guy who like, I was like dating at the time question my relationship with one of my homeboys. And this was literally my homeboy. Homeboy, nothing like we never went out. We never dated anything. But the guy I was saying, he was like, yo, I don't understand. You say that that's your homeboy, but y'all be going out all the time. And granted, we did. We worked together. You know what I'm saying? And they was like,
not for that. Not for none of that.
He used to get really upset and be like, but I don't understand. So he never went smack at you or nothing. I said no. He was like, "Was something wrong with him? Because I don't believe that.
Something wrong with that nigga,
right? Like no,
something wrong with cuz, man.
He would literally like do that, but I mean,
hey, that is hilarious.
That's just what it was.
Yeah.
He was literally like my brother. We didn't look at each other like that. So that's why I say like. I think that you can have attractive friends and have friends of the opposite sex, but if you're not attracted to them, then it shouldn't pose a problem.
Well, this is perfect. After break, man, we are definitely, if you have issues having these type of concrete conversations with your biddy or bae, respectively, you feel me, or vice versa. I don't know how you get down the river, you feel me, but you're more than welcome to stride however you want to. We're gonna give you a nice little exercise to do with your significant other there, man, to really parse out these type of issues without it becoming inflammatory, you feel me, or taking a rabbit hole to nowhere. You feel me? Absolutely.
All right, so we'll be back, y'all. Y'all, we are back.
Welcome back. All right, so Bet, I was looking, I don't know why I was on the internet. I think I was looking at like some weird shit. I don't know why, but something came up and it's on BuzzFeed. And if you go to BuzzFeed for your righteous news, please stop. You feel me? You go there for more laugh off, you feel me, get through the day type groove. So on there, they have an exercise called Truth or Drink. So the basis of this exercise is to ask random ass questions to people who have assorted relationships. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Friendships, dating,
siblings, parents, child, both parents,
engaged couples, people who have been married for years,
exes. They do that type of stuff too. So I thought this type of this this game, man. I wish we had the clip up there, but it's called Truth or Drink, man. The one that I watched particularly was X's.
I did. I saw that one. I saw that one.
So see, these are some of the questions that went on. They were asking. They start you off real sweet, like, you feel me? They say, well, how long were we together? You feel me? Just so y'all could get on the same sheet of music, you feel me?
Yeah.
Then it becomes, so the questions go from how long have we been together? And it goes to, well, why didn't we work out?
Or have you ever cheated on me?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And it's either you tell the truth or you take a drink.
That's the rule. So it's kind of catch-22, but what I realized, it unearthed a lot of things. Like, you know, when I always see females on Lifetime movies like, bitch, why the fuck are you calling him? Why are you stalking him? I just need closure. I need closure. Right. Dog, this is the funnest way to have closure. And this is it's an awesome way to troubleshoot things that you got going on in your relationship. Yep. So some of the questions that kind of that made me was laughable. They asked you, during our relationship, what was the most annoying thing that I did?
Yep.
And you know, some couples was like, nothing. You ain't really do nothing to annoy me. And then it was some things like, you were just too you were way too controlling. And one of the things that the dude said when the baby girl told him this, I mean, the nigga looked like he was controlling as fuck. I mean, I'm sorry not to judge a book by its cover, but I mean, he had the whole douchey white guy, Dillinger, you know what I'm saying, the neo-Nazi swerve joint. His Batman had like on a cardigan, you feel me? So he was really shitting on baby girl clearly during the relationship. But he said he didn't know that. He said, you never said that to me. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
another question was for the ex was like, do you ever, there, my man. He said, do you ever masturbate to me? When you masturbate, do you ever think about me? And like this particular scene is where my man was like, yeah, I mean, I do. When I beat my dick, I do try to like think about you. You feel me? So I mean, it's the questions that they ask is really revealing. You feel me? But it either
makes or break you, for real.
It reaffirms the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ask you, like, they had questions like, which celebrities, if you was allowed, if you was having sex outside a relationship, what celebrities would you groove with?
The older couple, the married couple, they actually asked that. And
this is for the married. This is for the married folks.
This is for the married
so they had
folks.
one for exes and they had the other one for married.
Right, exactly. And the married couple, they were older. They were like old. Like they got married in the 70s.
Yeah, 50s, 60s. They're like 50, probably 60s, 70s.
And the woman had asked, you know, her husband, and he said Angelina Jolie, and she was like, yes, I love her. And then, you know, he said Halle Berry, and she was like, yep, I like her too. Yeah. I think she kind of like helped him with that question, but it was interesting because like you said, they asked them the sex question too, more so like how many times, like
they said the average they said the average sexual experience for a couple lasts 10 minutes,
right? And
they said like do you think we're above or below? You feel me? And you know what I'm saying, with some couples that just took a drink, like I ain't gonna shit on you out here.
Right. See, look, them. And she asked him,
she a freak. I knew that.
No, she was like,
she a freak.
Every question when it was reverted to her about sex, she would like take a drink. So when they asked, did you think about masturbating or something? Yeah, when you masturbate, do you think about it? Right. She took a, what's her name? Then it was like something about the sex, what sex position is her least favorite. Yeah, they did ask. And this little white girl, bless her heart, she ain't got no ass. She was like, the back shots, I don't really like them. I don't like anything that makes me have to feel flexible. I was like, oh, that's terrible sex life, I imagine. Yeah. Just sad sexual experience. When baby girl said, that's the first thing baby girl said, I don't like anything that makes me have to do anything too flexible. I'm like, lazy bitch, just lazy. No, but I think that's actually a good little, you know, series that is on YouTube. You guys check it out. It's actually pretty funny and pretty dope. Yeah, we'll post some of the questions. Some of the questions on the site. And we'll post some of the little clips. Also, next week we'll have our own version of Truth or Drink. If you want to do something dangerous, just how we was talking about, if you're trying to figure out who your core is. I dare you. They have a set of platonic questions as well for your platonic friendships, and that's very unearthing and very revealing as well. And you might figure out that core interchangeable, that dude right there, he's up to no good. You feel me?
So play that game. I think it was, and the reason why I say it was good for troubleshooting relationships is because instead of us barking and yelling at each other and trying to get the best of each other, it's like, let's just get ripped.
Right, exactly. In the midst of opening up, because not a lot of people are or can or are in a position to be that open and completely honest. A lot of people aren't as expressive as the other one is when it comes to their feelings and how they feel. So, you know, that is actually a really, really good icebreaker for, you know, you and your relationship. If you feel like you guys are at a little rough little spot, something isn't working, do something fun like this during the game so that you can kind of like break the ice, loosen up a little bit, and really get to the core issues and, you know, your feelings, and be able to move on with the relationship.
And on top of this, you can even it's another exercise I'd like to introduce you guys to. If your significant other, I don't really like to drink like that, they don't like to turn up and they just boring as fuck, you feel me? Then y'all can also play a game that's it's a little bit more, it's a drier game, you feel me? It's not wet as far as the alcohol is concerned. You don't poison your body, but you definitely come to some, maybe just some realities in your relationship. So it's called Is It a Bother? You feel me? That's not a show on BBC Network. It's an actual, this is the exercise that we're playing. Is it a bother? You feel me? So you
Is it a bother?
So you ask questions like this. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being it's an absolute null and void, I don't fucking care that you do it, and 10 is like, dude, that shit really irks me. Like it irritates me. Now, irritation may not be, you know, inflammatory, not like that itch you can't scratch type stuff, but it may be something that's worth talking about. You feel me? Especially if your number is a little bit higher than what you thought it was going to be.
Right.
So it goes like this. It says, your boyfriend's going out. You feel me? He was out last weekend, and now he's going back out this weekend, even though he said that he was going to take you to dinner on Friday. So not on Friday evening. You're not going to say that and ruin it. Saturday morning, you feel me? You're going to ask, you're going to straight up ask, like, how much do you, from a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a bother do you think it is when you say you're going to do something and you don't?
A goddamn 10.
Now hold on. Now don't see, this is why the game will not work. The game requires you to slow down and actually think about the annoyance level. Because if you're saying that that's an annoyance level, then you're going to say you see your man getting out another female's car.
That can still be a 10.
That can still be. So you're saying that that's the same thing? A man saying that
so the thing
that's,
is,
I'm just trying to put scale.
Right, yeah, no.
Calibrate your scale, please.
No. Okay, so for me, that may be the same. Me seeing him getting out some female's car may be the same of annoyance and irritation that I feel when he says that we're going to do something and we don't.
Okay,
it can be on the same level.
That's fair. I'm just saying, if you want to play the game honestly, you definitely have to
have to have a scale. Yeah,
talk about the scale. That might be the essence of the groove itself. You talking about what the scale look like.
Now it could be where, like, okay, is it a bother that you pass gas?
Fair enough.
Watching a movie. Now, granted, that's not going to be a 10. No.
But to who? You don't know what the scale look like. I might be like, bitch, that shit is nasty.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
I'm just saying, for me, that's not going to be on the scale level as him getting out of a chick's car that I don't know. Or
so pass gas on you is from 1 to 10. How much of a bother when you know?
That may be like a 5 because I think it's pretty funny. It annoys me now. It only becomes annoying when they keep doing it around me all the time. Like, I really don't want to smell you.
Pick your poison. See, that's the thing. That's not the question.
But it depends. You gotta like you said, it's a scale. It's not that bad. But you making plans with me, saying we gonna do one thing and not, that's to the annoyance level of to like, look, I'm gonna get upset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upset. The passing gas around me, I'm not gonna get upset. I may be a little like, ha ha, you so stupid, and But
if he knows that that's a 5 on your bothersome scale, he may, the next time he about to let that joint rip, he might be like, yo, you know what?
No, but 5 is not that bad. Like, no, it is annoying when you keep doing it, but no.
That's what we trying to get at. That's what we trying to get at. If you tell him 5 the first time and he keep ripping them, and he would be like, well, now it's a 10 now? Now it's a 10 now?
No, it's a natural thing.
Okay.
So it's not going to bother me or that's not going to change, but I don't want you to not do it because, oh shit, she's going to get annoyed. My thing is, don't do the things that get me to 10. If the things at 10 annoys me and I'm telling you that their scale is 10. Don't be mindful of those things.
When you come home, you have a meal, but you don't bring me anything to eat. On a scale of 1 to 10, is that about how much of a bother?
Mean?
Nigga, he come. Hey.
Are we living in the same house or?
I mean, this is all right. So I mean, either
right,
way,
like,
either way.
I need other details.
Okay, dude. All right, baby. Hey, baby girl, I'm about to come through.
Okay.
Perfect. Every time he come through, he coming from work. For whatever reason, you get off of work earlier than him. He comes home and he got a bag or something always,
and he
don't bring you
calls and asks if you want anything to eat.
That's why we're. So now you and now he's asking how much of a bother is that?
But see, I need those details
Why?
in order to know how much of a bother it is, because it can be a bigger bother if, number one, you're not asking me because you're not being thoughtful.
No, right? Hold on. But see, that's the thing. He might not be. That's why you playing the game, because he doesn't know that rubs you the wrong way. That's why you asked him in the first place.
It may not be because of the details in between time. Now, if we know whether or not, he hit her up to be like, hey, I'm about to stop. Do you want anything? And he's coming over there with food.
He didn't call.
Okay, exactly. So if this person is coming over all the time, never offers, never call,
and you want specifics.
To eat,
you want specific.
Right?
It's been the last 3 weeks he's come to your crib, and he came to your crib on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, respectively. For 3 weeks straight. He did not. He had a bag for him because he got off of work and he grabbed him something to eat. Now, granted, yes, when he came in the house, there were times that you had food already made on the table. You've already eaten. So I'm asking you.
Right. That would be a 7 to me.
A 7? God
that would be
damn.
A 7. Only because it shows that you're not thoughtful. You're not thinking. You're thinking about yourself. You're not wondering like, oh, I'm going to go see her. Let me see if she wants something to eat. Because I know for me, if I'm coming over your spot and I'm hungry, I'm going to hit you up. Hey, you hungry? Or like, hey, I'm about to get something to eat. Did you eat? Do you want something to eat? Do it that way. Like, it shows thoughtfulness.
And boss man, you can't be petty. You can't be petty, bro.
And I would be petty if you keep coming over my house 3 weeks bringing something and don't ask me.
Well, I say don't be petty to the guy, because the same respect as if you just answered that as a 7, he could be like, well, dog, it bothers me a 7 that when I come in here, you asked them, been here for 2 hours. I come in this joint late. Why am I even bringing food?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
See, I know you wouldn't. Because look, now we
talking. That would be an issue.
We talking about thoughtfulness. We talking about thoughtfulness.
Your ass always coming over here with a bag. So you ain't thinking about whether or not I'm cooking or not.
This is why I say this game is so fun, because he's really asking you. You charging him up with not being thoughtful because he's not bringing you no food. Yes. But whole time he's coming to your crib on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the fuck, respectively, and you ain't make him no food.
And again, if I'm cooking, that's something totally different. But if I'm not cooking,
I said you had food on. You even made food for yourself already.
If I made food already and I know that you're coming, I'm gonna have food there for you. I'm not selfish like that.
One would hope.
No.
Because she was like, what? Like, what do you mean?
No, because I didn't understand what you were referencing. So, I'm saying, like, for real, if I cook, because that's just how I do. When I cook for, more than just myself. I'm not that person. And especially if I know that you're coming over there, I'm going to have some food in there, But if you keep coming over my house and you keep bringing food and I got food that I've cooked, like, And
I feel like everybody said at the end of the day, but if it's 7, though. God.
You gotta be thoughtful, man.
So what would be a 3? What would a 3 look like then? Because I'm like, damn, you running red. You running hot. Every question I ask, you running. RPM's going crazy.
It's just a 7 because it shows that you're not thoughtful.
Man.
And selfish. And I'm not like that. I may be selfish a little bit, but in certain situations.
But these are intentional things. These are not intentional things. These are the things that bother you that I don't do intentionally.
Exactly, and that is the point, because it's not intentional. It's like you're not thinking about me or anybody else besides yourself. So
and can actually go for here. Hey, baby girl, if your man for whatever reason, every time you come over his house, he got the bottle of the rye whiskey open, you can ask. I mean, that's something that you should ask. Like if I asked you not to drink, this weekend, from a scale of on a scale of 1 being an absolute non-issue to 10 being an absolute bother. How much of a bother would it be if I asked you not to drink this weekend? Now, if your nigga say 10, or he say Maria John 9, because you telling me what the fuck I need to be doing, then y'all really need to, like, baby girl, that's something you need to take heed.
Talk about. And and exactly, like, I don't know if I don't know what bothers you. Like, okay, for instance, I've been told that I can ask a lot of questions a lot in my relationship, like that I ask too many questions, and it can become annoying.
What's too many questions?
Like a lot. Like,
what's a lot?
I ask questions all the time, but for some people, they feel like, you know, I may ask just too many questions. Like, I ask the same thing just in a different way. Like, I've been told that I ask, like, a lot of questions. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we could just be chilling.
Questions about what? Why is the sky blue? Or nigga, why you ain't why you wasn't where you said you was going to be? Type question.
Some of those, it's like a little bit of both. And
a little bit of both. Now,
for me, I mean, for me, when I was told, I was like, no, I do ask questions because if you tell me, you know, hey, if you want to know something, just ask. And I'm going to ask you whatever it is that I want to know. So don't get mad and upset if I'm asking you these questions. But then I know that I can kind of go a little OD after they've said, well, okay, well, I don't want to talk about it. But for me, because I want to talk about it, I'm like, no, we talking about it. So tell me, you know, like why, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
shout out to the queen, man, because I'll tell you one thing. I've definitely said this. I don't like questions posed as statements that you already have the response to.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather you say your piece than asking me in a question and I'm going to have to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, and I think, like, for me, I ask those things.
Yeah, don't you want to link up tonight and go out to this restaurant?
Right,
you like, you're not asking me?
Right.
Because I'll be like, yo, you know, for real, baby girl, like, fuck all that, you getting dressed up shit. I really just want to chill at the crib. When I get to the crib and chill with, it's going, you feel me? And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, and that's what, like, I've been told, which, I mean, work in progress, people, you know, change and stuff like that. But I know for some people, it may pose as an issue, whereas others, it didn't really bother them too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about knowing, you know, who it is that you're dealing with. And if, yes, there's something that they do that bothers you, you should voice it. Because they may not know that it's bothersome to you because they've been doing it to other people and it's not a bother.
This game has to be played with an air of honesty. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? A air of just understanding yourself for once. Just have an open mind. You feel? Because you play the game with a narrow mind, you ain't going to get shit but tens. And what's more is people don't like this game because you have to explain why your number is what it is. And it's not, your number can't be predicated on what the other number, you write it down, flip, same time. And you talk about the numbers, man. I feel like that shit is very therapeutic. Yeah. And what's more, it troubleshoots some of the issues that people probably didn't even realize it was it
was an issue or a problem. And then it makes your relationship stronger because then you get to know that person. You're really, you know, getting to know who that person is, what makes them upset, what they like, what they really don't like. And, you know, a lot of times some people, especially guys, I've noticed how guys they won't necessarily say how they really feel because, one, they don't want to hurt your feelings. So they'll be like, oh, okay. Like my ex, he was like that. Anything that bothered him, he wouldn't say anything because he would just be like, well, I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I'm just not saying it. Or he wouldn't say it, but I knew that he wouldn't say anything because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. But I'm like, no, if that's your truth and that's how you feel, you say it regardless.
That's not the case, man. You can't do that, man. You can't do that.
See, and that's how you was. And we will always be like this because knowing
some things
who I am and the type, and the type of person that I am. Like, no,
I want you to choked up, my nigga. You going back to your getting choked? Cause I
burped a little bit.
All over.
Excuse me. I said, excuse me.
All right,
I see you put me on
10. That's a 10. Like it's a 10. It bothers a 10. Goddamn.
10, Griff. Jeez. No, I wasn't getting choked up. But I'm just saying, you know, it happens. And that's just what it was for us. Because I'm the type of person like, no, if you got issue with me, you tell me, you talk to me. I don't care if you think it's going to hurt my feelings because it's not. I'd rather you hurt my feelings for that moment and I'll get over it and I can respect you and we can move on from it.
I'm not saying this is you, but I'm letting you know that these are symptoms of something that me and my niggas called fake tough. When youngers be acting fake tough.
And some do.
And niggas be idiots. Because it be niggas who be idiots who talk to their youngins like they CEOs from Forbes lists. You feel me? And they really be saying stuff to their youngin. And it's like, bro, you know that shit's gonna be hurtful. Like, son, case in point, you ever seen that Mike Epps stand up? I think I said this shit before. He was it wasn't Mike Epps, it was D. Ray Davis. Okay. He said women say the most hurtful shit And I was like, what really could a female say to some hurtful, like to say some hurtful? She's like, he was coming out the club, that the let out was happening, you know what I'm saying? And it was a guy, he was walking away from this broad, and the broad was like, nigga, come here. And he was like, man, fuck you, bitch, like blah, blah, blah. And then she said out loud, she said, all right, nigga, the next time you about to kill yourself, don't call me.
Right.
Like, dog, you don't need to say.
You don't need to say that in front of everybody.
But do you understand? She was being honest.
She was being honest.
No, like, so what I'm saying is, it's some things
it's a
just
time and a place. Yes.
It's some things are just better left unsaid. And fuck trying to hurt somebody's feelings. It's the fact that it's the difference between hurting somebody's feelings. That's just momentary. You get hurt. But like you get hurt, it's momentary. You like, damn son, I just only stung a little bit. But nigga, when you trying to permanently like disable somebody, like really disable them, like to say some hurtful shit like that, I feel like those things are better left unsaid. Like, dog, hey, that pussy wasn't hitting on 1,000 for nothing. Like, to be completely honest with you, it's the worst beat I've had in the last decade or so.
I would want to know that. So, okay.
Nigga, you don't want a nigga to say it like that.
No, I would want him to say it and then be like, okay, well, what do I need to do to make it, like, right?
Champion, this is what you do. Don't say Griff never gave you nothing. Instead of that first half of that bullshit where you had to say your truth, just go into straight repair mode, straight FEMA. You feel me? Like, nigga already know the hurricane hit. It sucked. It was a disaster. You don't need to be talking about no more coverage on life. Let's cover how to get to a better place. Okay, so I would go into the groove. Enough. So even if it was an instance where the dude wasn't bringing food, instead of, saying, nigga, you unthoughtful, you not thoughtful as fuck, you selfish, you know what I'm saying? Or those are lines, I'd be like, hey, yo, big dog, next time you bring some Bojangles, yo, fuck with me and bring me a Bo-Berry biscuit or something. You shouldn't have to, right? And niggas shouldn't have to say certain shit that they do, but we have to. That's the only way.
But see,
concrete conversations.
Conversations, and that's just what it is. My thing is this: I shouldn't have to tell a grown ass man that when you coming over somebody's place that you always bringing food, and I'm your girl, that you are supposed to ask and see like
niggas
hey,
don't know. Niggas don't know.
Why don't they know?
Because they ain't been with nobody for you. They ain't never been with a woman who would care about that type of shit. Like niggas asking you asking too many questions. You probably deal with a nigga.
But that's just being thoughtful. That is like something. It doesn't necessarily have to be relationship wise. That's general.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that is like a general rule, not just relationships. Like when you go over people's house, you don't just walk into their kitchen and open the refrigerator.
I ain't fucking everybody in the house
either.
Exactly,
I understand that, but at the same time, it's kind of just like those are things that you just don't do. You go wash your hands first, or you ask.
Oh, so now you gonna say the nigga bring some food? It's like washing your hands.
Or you ask before you go into somebody's refrigerator. You ask, hey, can I get this? Or hey, is it okay if I?
That sound like home training, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You coming over somebody's house. And this your youngin' or whatever that's supposed to be your youngin', you keep bringing food, and you not once asked her, "Hey, did you want something to eat?"
When I know I came home, though, I used to be. My father come home, Mom Duke's got that joint on the stove,
and probably so. But again, and this is the thing for me, if I am cooking, hey, I don't know if you ate yet, but I'm cooking at the crib. Boom, now. You know what I'm saying? He take it from there. Okay.
Well, since I'm tripping, I'd like to. Can you please give me a communication tip? Because I'm clearly about to lose. You feel me? Because this is some shit I should have known already.
Man, some things. Look, you just got to be honest. Communication tip of the week: please be open, be honest. Listen. Don't listen to respond. I know some people with big personalities and strong personalities. We tend to listen to reply versus listening. To actually understand and be honest. And that's all I got today.
That's fair enough. I thought you was about to go off the head because I was about to be like, look, I'm about to. Let me tell you about your communication tip this week. You feel me? That's what it is.
No. Just be honest, open. What we got going on this week? Nothing really. Just make sure y'all check us out on Concrete Conversations Instagram. Follow our Facebook, Concrete Conversations. Also, if you guys are on there, follow me, Maria N. Smith. Send me a message. You want to hear any topics, anything, that you want us to discuss. Slide me something in there. Also, I'm filming this week. I'll keep you guys updated on
hope everything go well with that.
How, the show goes. And we'll see you guys next week.
Straight like that. Peace.